Hi, folks, and thanks for tuning in to another Watson Brothers video. We are here to discuss the stats hot off the press for April of 2021. As always, Ian, I slide over to you and say, give us a quick overview of the last 30 impressive days.
And an exciting stat month it was. If you look back at the attachment of all the numbers that are as part of this email that you received, you go back to 2012, we do not have a number on there that is even close to the inventory that we're sitting at right now. Right now, if you said, hey, Ian and Barrett, go find me a house, we have 450 houses to show you in the valley. And you think, wow, it's a lot. The reality is last year at this time, there were 950. There isn't a time in the last, since 2012, when the inventory has been this tight. And of course, that has had an effect, as you've all probably read in the press, on pricing. Dollar volumes are up. For example, sales were up 300%. Dollar volume is up a massive number as well. So we don't even want to bog you down with the numbers, but it suffices to say that classic supply and demand. Demand is way up, supply is way down, and then people will pay.
Ian, we often talk about focusing on single-family homes. We focus on townhomes. This month, I'm just going to step back and look at apartments. And apartments are the stepping stone into the marketplace for many people, or as an investment. And month versus month, we've gone up 100,000. 435 was the average price this month. Last year, it was 335. So that is a big step. And what we see there is over the last 2 months, we've had over, count this number, 500 apartments sell in the central Okanagan. We're currently sitting in an inventory of 365, well below. And we always say 6 months inventory is a balanced market. So you can see it's certainly in favor. And the value that we've brought to the marketplace, or our clients in this marketplace, over the month of April was we put several into apartments that did not hit MLS. And we're finding this is a great way to get people out of the stress of bidding wars, be more relaxed in the offer presentation. The sellers quite often are happy, Ian, because they don't have a whole pile of 10, 15, 20, 30 people coming through their unit during these COVID days. So with experience and with contacts, Ian, we're putting buyers and sellers together in a way that works for them. So if that's something that you think might work for you as a buyer, certainly get in touch with us. Ian, what about families that are looking to get closer together during these COVID times? What are they doing?
There's a number of things. They are selling their homes and moving out of town, because that is an opportunity that we see. As if you've got that opportunity to move and you want to move out of town into maybe a lower market, like if you're lucky enough to have family in Winnipeg and that's where you want to go, you can sell in this market at an extremely higher price and move to a lesser priced market. And we're seeing a number of people taking money out that way. The thing that I really wanted to talk about, though, as well, is, there's two topics. One I'm going to call the gap. And the gap is, I believe, where we are bringing in value to our clients, and we think it's an advantage. I'll give you a scenario. We have sold and are selling houses in Rutland that are, your 25, 30, 35-year-old homes, and they are selling anywhere from 775 to the low eights. Let's call it 8.25. Compare that to some of the new stuff we're selling. We're selling brand new 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom legal suites, and we just sold one for about the 900,000 mark. So if you do some quick math and you say, for $75,000, our clients are able to sell their 35-year-old home, get into a brand new home that has 3 bedrooms up and a legal suite down, flat yard, and a bit of a view. That's where we believe the gap is. So for $75,000, you're moving into a home that's 40 years newer and has all the benefits of a new home. The other thing we want to mention too is we're adding value on our contracts. We are coming across a number of sellers that are saying, I don't want to move until I find something. And the reality is that doesn't work very often, because you really need the money from the sale of your house in order to buy something else. In the last little bit here, we put a couple of deals together whereby we've worked on rent backs, where the seller is able to rent back their home from the future buyer. We've negotiated long closes, and we've negotiated also subject clauses in a contract whereby the seller has 2 to 3 weeks to go out into the marketplace and find a home. So those are 3 things that we're able to do on a contract that are giving our sellers an advantage in this super tight market.
If you use that average price in of, let's say, $800,000-900,000 out there, come June 1st, that stress test is about to change by about a half a point. And that might not sound like much, but that is going to impact your buying by about $36,000, give or take. So if you are pre-qualified and you've got a number that you think is, ooh, that's my number, another 30 days, that's going to adjust. So that might put a little heat under your pot to get you moving. So give us a call if you're looking in the marketplace and you're thinking, geez, I'll maybe wait until school's out and start looking over the summer. Your buying power will be reduced.
As always, Barrett, and to everybody watching, if you have any questions about things real estate, feel free to give us a call anytime, 250-712-2222.